spilling water all over myself.
What are you?
Guys,
Dude, that's just like on an airplane.
This is so good right now. This is like the best right now. What is going on? Let's go.
welcome to Curiosity Public. My name is Dutch.
My name is Jules.
YOLO! Dylan.
It's YOLO Dylan!
And welcome to a little episode series here that we're calling The Last Pour.
Dun, dun, dun.
This is something where we got a bottle like this. It's got just a little bit left, and we're going to come back to it. We're going to revisit it. This bottle here today is the old Highland Park 12-year, and there's just a little bit left. There's
not even.
There's like a little spot of something on there, too.
Ooh, yeah.
We did feature this in our Highland Park drink through, and I think I told the story then about how our good friend Dr. Sass, he almost killed this bottle, and I grabbed it from him one night because he was over and he was drinking it. I was like, dude, I might need that for a future episode because this stuff's not available anymore.
Ooh,
and look at that.
Dutch.
The last pour, completely empty, so
Am I gonna get TB?
probably.
Deep cut.
Nostalgia. I mean, I'm actually a little bit sad that this bottle is now completely empty.
Yeah, very sad.
Before we get into the flavors, though, let's talk a little bit about the importance of Highland Park to all three of us.
Yeah.
Hugely important in Scotch for us, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
All three of us. I think if we had to pick, if somebody wanted to confirm our identities, and they were like, okay, you have to confirm that this is actually Dylan or Jules, I'd be like, okay, what are your two most influential Scotches? I'd be like Highland Park and Glenmorangie.
Yeah, exactly.
And I know that.
That's it.
Because I know it's the same for all three of us.
Yeah.
But this is Highland Park's definitely on that list, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
That's number one. It's the first thing that I tried.
Yeah.
First Scotch ever in my life.
And it's like it's such
It was number 2 for me. But
it's such an awesome one to start. Yeah, number 2 for me too. But like it was such an awesome one
yeah,
because I actually had Lagavulin first,
same here.
and then when I had this, I was like, oh, there's this whole other world on the non-PD side.
Honestly, for me, it was just like, oh, I didn't know Scotch could do this.
Yeah.
Because I was only in the Lagavulin world for the
Yeah.
longest time. So
I gotta say, one story is when I moved away to an undisclosed location,
you're still away.
Siberia.
I couldn't take my bottle with me, so I had to basically dump it. And I threw it away. And I remember, it's the old bottle, so if I had kept it somewhere, it would have been amazing. So I felt really bad, and because I was so angry about that, I ended up looking for it and replacing it, right? So, it's just an incredible release. It was an amazing release then.
Still
I remember
iconic
having
now,
the privilege of. I had a friend who bought the 15 at that time, and actually that was the first one I tried. And then when I went to the store, I was like, oh, I saw this. I was like, oh, look, it looks the same.
Yeah.
It looks similar. And I bought it because I couldn't remember. And then I was like, oh, wait, this isn't quite the same, but man, this is good.
Yeah.
So let's get into it real quick. How's the nose?
Just really deep, rich, sweet peat.
Sweet pea,
is
dude.
so nice though, man.
Yeah.
See, this is when I remember
Right.
actually just recall first time nosing this. It's like the first time I ever thought of like delicate peat.
Yes.
You know, the thing is, what I like about this is sometimes because Johnny Walker is so readily available, Johnny Walker is synonymous with this concept of Scotch.
Yeah.
And so they have this idea of that peat ratio
Right.
that Johnny Walker presents. And either people are put off by it or they
want
gravitate
more.
toward it.
Yeah.
But the people who move away for a lot of the times for life, right? They say, I just don't like it. I wonder if people started with this instead. Maybe you would have more people gravitate towards Scotch early on rather than, having them get lost and then try to find their way back.
Yeah.
And another reason I say this is because I was at a Total Wine and there was a conversation between the sales associate and a customer. And the customer was like, well, I really don't like Scotch because I don't like that weird medicine-y flavor. So automatically in that person's head, and this person wasn't young. I think he looked like he was in his 40s or 50s. And he's like, in his mind, when he looks at Scotch, he was only there because he wanted to buy a gift. He wasn't going to drink it. And he said, I don't drink it because it smells and tastes like medicine. And I was, I mean, I didn't want to interrupt the whole Chestnut Farm discussion after that, but I was like,
Glenfoddery
and Isla Gold. I really wanted to just intervene and go, listen, I mean, if you don't like that medicine, we're not going to sell you the Lefroy, Lagavulin, and other stuff. Things, yeah. There are other things. And if you are bold enough to just get just a touch of that peat, if you start with more of the sweet releases and then just get an introduction to the peat, this is a very good.
It's beautiful. Yeah. Let's go in real quick. Let's talk about the flavors, guys. Cheers.
Oh, the mouthfeel is excellent. That's the first thing that you taste. It's just sweetness.
This oil coating, though.
Yeah,
sweetness.
The coating.
It's just
encapsulated by a mouthfeel that is just warm and cuddly.
Oh man, but then that finish.
It's oily.
It's oily. It's oily.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The finish
12-year-old
just hugs you.
12-year-old.
For a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
And this is not a 12-year-old, right? In the modern sense.
In the modern, yeah.
Right.
Again, this bottle I think was discontinued 2010?
Yeah.
2015.
Just
sometime around then.
What a treat.
2010 maybe.
Sad to see it go.
Yeah, I mean it's just, I just had that thought as soon as I poured the last bit. I'm like, oh man, this has been a staple on my bar shelf for so long, and I've worked through it so slowly, except for that one visit of Dr. Sass who drank about like half of it.
Well, hopefully he didn't put his mouth on it.
Yeah, he was chugging out of the bottle.
Yeah. Did he put his whole mouth over it? Like
that's how he drinks. He puts his
So, cheers to TV. Cheers to latent TV. I'm just kidding, Dr. Sass. Be well. Hope you recover.
Delicious, and
I said I didn't want him to die.
I would say that if you come across one of these old bottles, pick it up.
Yeah, if you see like this design, you gotta go. You gotta get it. And you know what? I've seen just like random gas stations and stuff. They'll have it in the back. When I was in Philly, they had they had like older bottles of a lot of different scotches because no one drank it and it was in the back. Because everybody's drinking bourbon, right? Everybody's drinking bourbon, so it just kind of stayed in the back.
Yeah.
And I'm looking around and I'm like, that bottle is gone now. I want a pour. And they're like, they don't know.
Yeah.
Charge me $13. All right, that's fine. Give me a double. So.
Oh, at a bar. Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Well, sad to see this one go. And I mean, do you think it's evolved over time being open? Maybe a little bit. I think maybe it's a little more rich than when I first had this.
I think the peat is more prominent, right?
It does seem like
the flavor profile is different. I think we talked about this before, where if you drank this now with the lineup, it wouldn't match. It wouldn't fit. This is something that you could potentially get from an independent bottler.
Yeah.
These days, but you won't get it from the official line. And so, I don't know. I feel like you lost something, but you also gained some other things. Like I'm a big proponent of these very, very high proof single barrels or high proof releases.
Yeah.
And they've been excellent, and so we gained in that regard.
Well, it's always a gain when you've experienced something new and learned something. And Jules is dying over here, so why don't we just get out of this episode?
Bye, guys. Tell us what you guys think in the comments below. Thumbs up or thumbs down. Either way, let us know. Subscribe for more videos from Curiosity Public. If you want to help us out, please consider joining Curiosity Private membership program here on YouTube and Patreon. We're also selling t-shirts, links in every description. And we have podcasts out there and all the major platforms. As always, stay safe, stay healthy.
Stay curious. dude.
Dude, he got the sass. He's got the sass TV, dude.
Ugh.
Killed him.
And you're from the islands. Did you get the BCG? No.
No.
All right. Fun. That was fun.
Oh,
You got TV?
I know, maybe.
You're not gonna do an outro? That's it?
I'm trying to build up to it.
Oh, okay. It's okay. We can stop there if you want.
No.
Should we do some water?
Oh, God. So long.
Spreading disease, man.
Oh. All right. Now I can breathe.
The nose aids?
Nose aids.